So we're looking at setting out a pitch from scratch. What we need to do is establish a right angled triangle for the corner. So we need to work on a 3, 4, 5 principle. So that's 3 times along the baseline, 4 times whatever we do up the touch line. Joining the two together would be then 5. In this instance we're going to use the baseline as our static. So we've gone a string line along the base at 9 meters. At 9 meters we've put a peg. We've then run from the same point what will in effect be our touch line. We've now gone up there 12 meters. We joined the two corners across. We're aiming for 15 meters. What we need to do is that the baseline stays static, so any line that we're moving will always be our touch line, or in this instance the longest line, so that we can then move those across. So I'm now going to go to our point here and take the tape measure across to join up with that peg and alter that so it meets up with 15 meters. We would then put a mark in place, and that's where we're going to start from. So here we have our 9 meter mark with a peg and a string line. So our tape measure now going across to meet the other string line needs to be 15 meters to create our right angled triangle. What we'll be able to do is put a small marker with either your line marking paint or a spray can, just to make sure that we get things in the right place. So now 15 meters across. So what we've done now is we've come from the far side from our baseline, and we're aiming for 15 meters along the tape measure. As you can see, the orange string is slightly away from where our 15 wants to be. And this is the line that we now need to move. So taking the peg out and moving the line across till it crosses the 15. Where the two meet then gives us our right angled triangle. To make it easier, we can just put a small mark across. And so we now know that from that point to that point to this point is now a right angled triangle. And from that point now we would then mirror that on the other side of the pitch so that we can then join the two together. That gives us our baseline and obviously our touch line to work from. One of the other issues that we have with marking a pitch is ensuring that our lines are straight. Quite often it's left to an eye line, something to focus in with to ensure that we keep or try and get a straight line. An easy option is to then put a string down so that we can help. So what we've done here along our baseline is laid a string line down, as you can see, and what we're going to do now is that as we were then on a wheel-to-wheel marker or by spray, we'll be able to follow that string line to give us a straight line. Bearing in mind from our initial marking out process, we now know that this point to the other point is a right angled triangle. So it does help occasionally to help string out your lines to ensure that we get them straight.